Hey, hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Good day, Reverend uh, Pastor Al. Wayne. Yes, my space cadet. Yes. Hey, hey, my Libra sister, Patricia. Hey, mommy. It's good to see you. Hey, Joe. It was so good to see you, Joe, on Sunday. Yes, sending that love from the ocean. I see you. I see you. All right, y'all. Good day, everyone, as you join in for today's morning sip. And I am Rev Melissa, and SIP is Spirit in Practice. So we're doing like a little special week, apparently, like one-offs. That's what Sekou calls them, when it's not like a complete series, but it's something. It's something, right? It's something. And so today's something is a something. Right, Ron? Oh, look at my Rockland CSL family showing up. I see y'all. I see y'all. Good day. Good day. Good day. Wasn't Sunday amazing? So if you haven't heard, I am the spiritual director at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. And I think part of what I want to share today is kind of interwoven in that whole process. So I was sharing yesterday about joy stuff, just joy news, sharing about my girls, sharing about, becoming the spiritual director, sharing about just all the wonderful things that are unfolding. And someone shared with me yesterday, they were like, I'm really surprised because you said no, right? You said no. And so it is a process. It really is. And just because we say no doesn't mean that that's the no forever. Right? It ain't a no forever. Just like when we say yes, it might not be a yes forever either, right? And so we go through this process. And so one of the things that I shared was I had to move through the fear, because fear showed up. Fear showed up and limiting beliefs showed up. Am I good enough? Am I competent? Am I worthy of this? All those fears surfaced. And I had to work through it. I had to work my process through that. And so I started thinking about the notion of fear and how fear can be a friend, right? Fear can be a friend. We don't have to necessarily look at fear as a foe, right? As something that we have to fight against, as something that we have to deny its presence, right? It's an emotion. And there is a lot of information in our emotions. So why not get the information that fear is presenting to me, right? That's what I asked myself as I was going through this, Linda. I said, why not get the information from fear? Why not give fear a voice, right? So today I was doing my morning practice, and today's writings in 365 Days of Richer Living by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker says this: God wants me to have what I want to have, and the law produces my good for me as and when I want it. Being a law, it cannot oppose me, but must obey my will. Must obey my will, right? God wants me to have what I want to have. Just let that sink in for a minute. Yes, that thing you just thought about that you wanted. God wants you to have that also. The Lord will obey. The Lord will obey. But we have to give the Lord something to work with. right? So, I was in the no. And I would say, I'm not in the no, but I'm not fully in the yes, right? That's what I would say when people would ask me about becoming a spiritual director. So I had moved from nope, nope, not going to happen to I'm not fully in the no. I'm not in the no, but I'm not fully in the yes. So I started to make some movement, right? So this notion that God's will is my will, because a lot of times we say, someone asks you, so what do you want? You say, whatever God's will is, right? Whatever God's will is. That's incomplete. That's incomplete because we need to be clear about what it is that we want because the law will obey, right? So, how does it feel to say, my will is God's will? Ooh, some of us might think, oh, that is blasphemous, right? My will is God's will. So if my will is God's will and I'm in alignment with God's will as my will, then hey, let the willing happen, right? The willing will start to unfold through the Lord, man, right? Because I have given it something to work with, to respond to, right? And we know that the Lord's answer is always yes. It's always yes. So it's an opportunity for us to get clear about what we want. And fear serves that purpose for me. Fear serves that purpose for me to get clear about what it is that I want. And remember, right? Fear and faith, right? What are you looking at? Fear or faith, right? I say I'm faith. I have faith. I believe, right? And just because fear shows up doesn't mean that I no longer have faith. The fear is inviting faith to take action, not just to sit around waiting for something to happen, right? Fear, faith, let me say that again. Fear requires faith to be in action. Let that sit in, right? We have to be in action, right? Faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. So one of the acronyms for fear that I really like is false evidence appearing real. And when we feel fear, it feels real. Our emotions feel real. Oh, Wayne, I see you, beloved. Face everything and rise. Yes. Yes. All of that. All of that. So I want to share something from Science of Mind magazine. And this is back in September of 2020. And it's by the person, Detra Johnson. She does the affirmations in the beginning of the magazine. And it says, Facing the Fear. And she titled it, Fear is Useful. False evidence appearing real. Or here's another one, Wayne. Or forget everything and run. How many of us do that when fear shows up? We just forget everything and we're out. We out. We forget about how the law works. We forget about everything. We just out, right? Both descriptions makes us feel like we should avoid fear as spiritual beings. But fear is useful. It alerts us to possible dangers approaching in our outward experience of life. Our thoughts either give us power to move through fear or stay stagnant in our hearts and minds. We have a choice. And then her affirmation is, I acknowledge my fear as a yellow light experience. It is time to be still and breathe in the breath of God. I release stagnant thoughts and feelings of fear into a cosmic balloon. I allow it to fly away from me. So what if we see fear as a yellow light, right? Right? So we got the green light that says go. We got the red light that says stop. And we got the yellow light that says, okay, slow it down, be cautious, look around, survey the environment, right? Take it all in, see what's coming at you, right? What if fear is that? What if fear is the yellow light? Where are you going? Right? Where are you going? And so that was the question that kept coming up for me. You have a whole list of things that you want, right? And here is this gift, right? That checks off many of the categories on my list. The major one being to work with and as joy, right? And so I had to slow down and take a look around within myself and see what the fear wanted to inform me of. To see what the fear wanted to inform me of. So this often happens with me and with all of us. I'm not unique in this. We get something working in our thinking, right? And then we start to see it, right? We start to see evidence of it, right? And so as I was ruminating on this, what came up for me was a prayer poem that I wrote that was based on Pema Children's book, When Things Fall Apart. And she has a quote in that book that says, fear is a natural reaction to moving closer to the truth. So what if fear, right? When we feel fear, right? Our conditioned response is to run, is to stop, is to, maybe get stuck in something, maybe not make a decision, maybe start asking everybody else around us what we should do, right? Our conditioning is not necessarily to go within, to check within, right? Because the fear can be serving its purpose in getting us closer to the truth. And what is the truth? What is your truth about who and whose you are, right? So let me share this. And so this is from the book, When Things Fall Apart, Heart Advice for Difficult Times. And it's by Pema Children. And I absolutely love this book. I first read this book when things were falling apart in my life many years ago. And this book rescued me. It literally rescued me. So let me share this. And this is on page 2, okay? So right off, she's giving it to me. What we're talking about is getting to know fear, becoming familiar with fear, looking it right in the eye, not as a way to solve problems, but as a complete undoing of old ways of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and thinking, right? Getting out of, she's talking about how sometimes we allow our 5 senses to be our guidance, right? So get out of that old way, just relying on our 5 senses. The truth is that when we really begin to do this, we're going to be continually humbled. There's not going to be much room for the arrogance that's holding on to ideals can bring. That didn't make sense to me. Let me read that again. There's not going to be much room for the arrogance that's holding on to ideals can bring. What? Wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, okay. I see. Arrogance is in here twice, and it's just confusing me. Okay. There's not going to be much room for the arrogance that's holding on to ideas can bring. The arrogance that inevitably does arise is going to be continually shot down by our courage to step forward a little further. So our fear is giving us the opportunity to step closer to the truth, right? To look at, is this like just me being arrogant? Is this an opportunity for me to humble myself, right? To check in to see what's going on. What is directing this? My ego, my arrogance, right? Or my spirit, my humbleness? Yes? So those were the questions that I started to engage myself in, right? Not exactly that, y'all. Not exactly that. But it made me slow down, right? I was at the yellow light. So I gave myself the opportunity to check in and to see what this fear was really giving me an opportunity to explore within myself. Fear doesn't have to be a yes, and it doesn't have to be a no, right? It's in that middle of that we get to explore ourselves, that we get to survey, all of the information and see what is really there that we really, really want, that we really want. And once we discover what we really want, we could stand in my will is God's will. Thy will be done as me, through me. Yes, it's not by happenstance. It's by design, right? And we get to step into that. So if you're feeling fear about anything right now, about a choice that you want to make, whatever it is, invite the fear in. Invite it in as a friend and see what is there for you. See what is seeking to reveal itself through that and be in action with it, right? Fear is an opportunity for us to take our faith and be in action with it. That's what fear is for me now. So I welcome it. I see it as a yellow light now. Yes? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So I want to close this up just by sharing one of my prayer poems that Prima inspired, and also Emerson. Yeah, yo, I'm still with Emerson. He's still there. He's still there. So this is Emerson's quote. He who is not every day conquering some fear has not learned the secret of life. Here's the prayer poem, and it's titled Fear as Friend. And this was done in 2012. I wrote this in 2012. God is the light source of everyone, everything, everywhere as one. One intelligent mind, one loving vibration of the highest consciousness above and beyond. First cause is the birth of me. All that God is, I am. One with God is where I am found. I speak these words of truth in declaring the victory over all things that appear as friend or foe to me. Trusting in the truth and praying through the illusion, I turn within and look to the hills from which my beingness is always set at peace. It was once said that there is nothing to fear but fear itself. And there is no thing, nowhere, but within me. And that is where my energy goes, moves, and acts from. I befriend fear like a new Facebook friend, reading its profile to see what connection it has to me. And knowing that everything is one thing and all is one, I recognize fear for the gift that it is to me. As Pema Chodron states, fear is a natural reaction to moving closer to the truth. I feel fear when it is present. I embrace the opportunity to practice the presence of God in this right now moment. I align myself with the breath of freedom and take a deep leap of faith, knowing that the hands of God are holding me. God got me. God got me. God got me through and through, by and by, and giving thanks for all things with a grateful heart beating with enthusiasm for all that is. I know what I want. There is nothing to fear. I surrender it all, knowing that all is well, all is good, and all is by divine law in order. Ashe, amen, and so it is. All right. All right. So friend is our fear is our friend. Fear is our friend. All right, y'all. So that was today's one off, all about fear and faith and how you have faith if you are in action. If you are in action. So let's get going. Whatever that thing is for you, let's go. Let's go, y'all. We're go, set, ready. Don't get caught up in getting ready and being ready. It's about being in the action. Let's go. All right. All right. So, what are we doing, y'all? We're living life in joy because we are connected to our yes. We are connected to our yes. All right. So it's time for some joy news. Let's get into some joy news. So this Friday, y'all, we are meditating with with the full moon. It's a strawberry moon. How wonderful is that? If it wasn't 4 a.m., I would tell everybody to bring some strawberries. You can eat some strawberries, but that's a little too early to be eating. So my husband's trying to get my attention. Hold, please. Oh, he's blowing me kisses. All right. So, he's going to get my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is flying in from North Carolina for the girls' graduation on Thursday. So he's off to do that. Can't wait to see her. Okay. So meditating with the moon. The strawberry full moon this Friday, June 25th, June 25th, the day after someone's birthday, and the day of our own Margaretta's birthday is on June 25th, 4 a.m. Eastern time. So please register. The registration is open. It's through Eventbrite. It's on my I Am Rev Melissa page. Register. You'll get the Zoom link. Bring your journal or something to write with and on. And we do a full-blown spiritual practice. And it's also an opportunity for us to connect with each other, right? To see each other if we want to be on camera, but just to spend a little time with each other. All right. Congregation of Joy. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So that's Friday, 4 a.m. Then on Sunday, Living Life in Joy. We continue the celebration of Black Music Month. And we are wrapping up this month. My husband bought it, y'all. He bought it for this Sunday. Allison Williams is our special guest. And you know Allison, she has several hits, but I think this might be her most popular one. Just Call My Name. Let me see if we can play a snippet of that. Just call my name and I'll come running. You know that song? Yes, yes, yes. So Allison Williams will be with us this Sunday, Living Life in Joy, to close out Black Music Month. It's going to be fabulous. Join me 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time right here on New Thought Media Network. All right. And I just want to remind everyone, I shared yesterday a clip from my girls' performance with New Beginnings Performing Arts Studio. You can still watch it. You can still purchase tickets. You can get the information on my page. I Am Rev Melissa. There's my girl Aria Song. And there's my beloved Zola Zen. And so it's African dance, ballet, hip hop, theater, praise dancing, modern, all the dance forms. So please support that. Your last opportunity to do so is on June 26th. So you can watch it all week long, over and over and over again. So please support the arts. And someone asked me to hold up the Joy socks. So here are the Joy socks. Joy, joy, joy. Yes, because we are participating in the Hero Movement, aka Hero Ministry Joy Sock Drive. So Sekou has Hero socks, and I have Joy, joy, joy socks. And 100% of the proceeds is going to the Hero Movement for to organizations who support the unhoused. So there you have it. Joy, joy, joy. Cool black bottom, so you don't have to worry about that getting all dingy and stuff. And you can make your purchases at I Am Melissa at my Etsy store. So we are committing to 10. The Congregation of Joy, we're committing to 10, y'all. So we're up to 4 now because my mother has made her purchase. So now we need 6 by the end of June. All right. So come on, Congregation of Joy. I know how we do what we do. So we're going to be in the overflow. Are we going into the overflow? All right. All right. This is something better. All right, y'all. So let me check in with Sekou. I didn't get a chance to see the full show this morning, but I heard bits and pieces. So my vote is for Ministry of Hero Ministry. That's my vote.
Hero Ministry. So for those of you that don't know what she's talking about, I said on my show earlier today that I can't call it Hero Hoodies anymore because it is so much bigger than Hero Hoodies. This, wearing a Hero T-shirt, there's Hero socks, there's Hero masks. So the emphasis at the beginning was on Hero Hoodies because that's all I had. But now there's more and more stuff. So it's bigger now. It's bigger now. And Rev Mel has been advocating for Hero Ministry. So maybe that's what it'll be. Maybe it'll be the Hero Ministry, or maybe it'll be something else. So cast your vote in the chat. Tell us how you're feeling. Tell us what you think it should be. And also, I just wanted to point out something. Rev Mel is wearing yellow. And you were talking about fear being a yellow light. Right? And look, now the wristband at my gym is random. Every day it's a different color. But this just happens to be the wristband for today, and it's yellow. And I was like, oh, come on, universe. Come on, universe. And this goes to what I said in my show earlier today. I said that the flashes in response to your prayers, your guiding flashes are all around you, but you have to learn to be attuned to them because they're always there, but we just tend to ignore them. We don't notice them. Because I figured you didn't even know you had on yellow. And I was like, oh, let me say something about that. Yellow head to toe, yellow on your head too. And I got yellow on. So the flashes are all around us. And I think it's funny that we're both in F words. You were talking about faith and fear, and I'm talking about faith and fitness and flashes. So we're on the same page. Yeah. We're in tune with the divine. It's all happening. So I'm excited. And I also shouted out your mom this morning for being the oldest member of the Sekou Movement of Movement Hero Birthday Challenge. So excited.
What number are you up to?
42. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so I think that's it. I'm going to keep only 2 days off from the birthday, but I'm going to continue the movement of movement throughout the rest of the month. And we'll see what that does for me and for the other people who are participating. Hero Hearts, I like that. That sounds like it was made to be an acronym. Got to come up with an acronym for the hearts. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I like that, Ned. Hero Hearts. I like that. All right, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow. We continue the one-off series. We'll see what bubbles up tomorrow. Pay attention. Pay attention. All right? What do you want? What do you want? What is your will? What is your will? And having the willingness to be in the action, right? By demonstrating the faith through your works. Okay? All right. So we're being aware of the caution, the yellow, right? All right, everybody. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.